Everyone keeps saying AI agents like it's the next big thing, but almost nobody explains what actually makes an AI agent different from the chatbot you already use every day. So, in the next few minutes, I'm going to make the difference crystal clear in plain English with real examples from 2026. No jargon, no hype, just the one idea that finally makes it all click. I am Gurmeet Singh. Let's get into it. Let's start with something you might actually ask. Cancel my 3 p.m. and email everyone the new time. Now, watch what happens in two different worlds. A chatbot hears this and it talks. It says, sure, here are the steps to cancel a meeting and notify your attendees. And then it lists them out nicely. Helpful. But notice, you still have to go and do it all by yourself. An AI agent hears the exact same sentence and it acts. It opens your calendar, cancels the 3 p.m., drafts the email, sends it to everyone, and comes back to tell you it's done. Same request, completely different ending. One talks, the other does. Hold on to that because everything else builds on it. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this one line. A chatbot answers, an agent acts. That's it. That's the whole difference in a single sentence. Everything from here on out is just us unpacking what that really means and how it actually works under the hood. So let's be fair to chatbots first because they are genuinely brilliant. Think of a chatbot as a really smart text box. You send a message, it sends one back, and then it waits. One question in, one answer out. It's reactive by nature. It never moves until you prompt it again. It knows an enormous amount. It can explain, draft, summarize, translate, but on its own, it doesn't do anything in the real world without tools wired into it. It cannot touch your calendar, your inbox, or your files. And that's not a flaw. That's just what a chatbot is designed to be. The limitation isn't intelligence, it's reach. Now, here's the fun part. Take that exact same language model, the same brain, and give it four new things. First, a goal. You hand it an outcome instead of a single click. Get to X and it figures out the steps. Second, a loop. It doesn't answer once and stop. It thinks, acts, checks the result, and thinks again. Third, memory. It holds context across many steps, not just the last message you sent. And fourth, tools. Calendars, email, code, browsers, databases, things it can actually use. Put those four together, and suddenly your chatbot grows hands. That's an agent. Same engine, brand new body. Let's open up that loop because this is the engine room of every agent. It runs on a simple cycle called reason, act, observe, repeat. Step one, reason. The agent asks itself, what's the goal? And what's my single next move? And it plans just one step. Step two, act. It actually does that step. It calls a tool, searches the web, sends the message, runs the code. Step three, observe. It looks at what come back. Did it work? What does this tell me to do next? And then step four, it repeats round and round, reasoning, acting, observing until the goal is genuinely finished. Not just until it's produced one reply. Researchers call this the react pattern, reasoning plus acting. And this little loop is exactly why agents feel so much more capable than a plain chatbot. The chatbot gives you one shot, the agent keeps going until the job is done. Let's put them side by side, line by line. On initiative, a chatbot is reactive. It waits for you. An agent is proactive. It takes the next step on its own. On output, a chatbot answers a question. An agent completes a task. On steps, a chatbot is one in, one out. An agent chains many steps together. On memory, a chatbot is mostly short term. An agent carries context across the whole job. On tools, a chatbot usually has none. An agent reaches into your calendar, email, code, and the web. And the big one, on you with a chatbot, you do the work. With an agent, you supervise the work. The last row, that's the real shift. Your job changes from doing every step to checking the agent's results. Now, an AI agent is only as useful as the tools it can actually reach. So, how does it get its hands on them? In the old days, every single tool needed its on custom wiring, a new integration built from scratch every time. That doesn't scale. So in the late 2024, Anthropic introduced something called MCP, the Model Context Protocol. Think of MCP as a universal plug like USB-C, but for AI. Instead of custom building every connection, an agent can plug into any tool that speaks MCP. Your calendar, your email, databases, code, web search, whole apps. And it caught on fast. By early 2026, there are over 10,000 MCP tool servers out there, and it's supported across ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Cursor, and more. One standard, thousands of tools. That's what it gives modern agents their reach. This is not theory anymore. Agents are doing real work right now. In customer support, instead of we will get back to you, an agent verifies your warranties, issues the refund, and close the case itself. In coding, an agent reads a bug report, finds the problem, writes the fix, runs the test, and opens a pull request. In sales and marketing, it searches a lead, personalizes the outreach, books the follow ups, and logs everything into the CRM. And in operations, it supports a delay, reschedules the logistics, applies a credit, and notifies the customer before they even noticed. Different jobs, but the pattern is always the same: detect, decide, act, confirm. So, is this just hype? Here's one number that tells the story. According to Gartner, around 40% of enterprise applications are expected to ship task-specific AI agents by the end of 2026, up from less than 5% just a year before. Now, that's a projection, not a guarantee. So take it with a grain of salt. But even the direction is striking. 5% to 40% in a single year. That's not a slow trend, that's a stampede. The whole industry is shifting from AI that answers to AI that acts. But let's keep this honest because agents are powerful, not magic. Here's the thing to really understand: when a chatbot gets something wrong, it's an awkward sentence, no big deal. When an agent gets something wrong, it can send a real email or delete real data. The stakes are higher because it actually acts. That's why guardrails matter so much. Good setups pause and ask for human approval on sensitive actions and limit what an agent is even allowed to touch. Your role becomes the supervisor, reviewing the plan and the results. And honestly, this technology is still maturing. A lot of agent projects stumble, but usually it's because of messy data and unclear goals, not the AI model itself. Respect the power, but keep your hands on the wheel. So let's bring it all home in one breath. A chatbot answers, an agent acts by looping through reason, act, and observe while using real tools. That's the entire video. Answers to acts, it runs a loop, it uses tools. If this finally made AI agents click for you, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's next. And drop me a comment with the word agent if you want me to actually build one of these hands-on step by step in the next video. I'm Gurmeet Singh. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.